Hey, everybody. It's Amma Jamma here. This is kind of a last minute live, pretty spontaneous here. We anyone who follows the crypto world most definitely knows that we've been having quite a bit of news pop up in the market the last few days. So we're going to go over what's real, what's not, what's rumors, what's not, what happens next, a little bit of all that. And we are going to start with obviously we'll we'll start with the oldest stories first, and then we will move into the newest stories. So a couple of weeks ago, Celsius was one of the first that had started to limit what you were able to do with your withdrawals, your deposits, this, that, the other. I have SHIB's chart up right now. Let me pull up the chart for VGX because we're going to be talking about Voyager. So I'm going to pull up that chart for you here, and so that was what had started everything, was literally Celsius. And before that, of course, we had our Luna crash. Luna crash happened. USD, which is the stable coin that is assimilated with Luna, got depegged, caused it to crash. That was step one. That, for most crypto investors, that are most casual crypto investors, that shook them. I mean, even very well-versed crypto connoisseurs were still very financially were very into, had a lot of money in Luna, this and that. So when that had crashed, it had pulled the market down with it. Plus, mixed into that, we have the overall sentiment of our financial sector as a whole, with both banks, our economy, interest rates, handing out free money in 2020. There's this stacked pyramid of things on top of each other that have all played into this perfect storm. Crypto went on insustainable, massive bull runs. So it's literally, this series of perfect events. And of course, crypto is bearish. The market's been bearish. In the stock market, and that's where we have to put a little bit of, in my opinion, a little clarity and a little bit of rationalization on top of this, because even in the stock market, we've had the worst first half of the year in the stock market, literally since 1970. That news came out at the close of June. We closed our 6 months, and it was our worst 6 month stretch since 1970. We were worse than 2020 for 6 months. We were worse than 2008 for 6 months. I mean, these things mean something. This is saying something here. Hi, everybody. I see you guys all in Petty Boys. If you have any questions, any comments, throw them in the live stream chat. I do have Discord up as well. So I'm here. I see you guys, Amanda, T Frost, Rabbit. Thanks for joining. It was a last minute stream. I think there's a lot of FUD going around. So I'm just trying to address it a little. So that's step one. All right. Our market as a whole, financial sector as a whole, the sentiment, this and that. Step two is crypto as a whole. Crypto is newer. Yes, it's been around 15, 20 years. Yes, this and that. A lot of people know a lot about it. However, there's many different scenarios, many different factors that play into crypto and play into, I thought you said I had YouTube muted. That I was like, oh no, I'm going to restart. So there's a lot of different factors in crypto being something newer, and it's a house of cards I'm starting to unravel. I don't claim to know everything about crypto. I do know, I learn as I go, I research as I go, and vice versa. So I'm starting to see this house of cards. We're sitting atop here, and there's a couple little things, big things, as a matter of fact, I notice. Okay, and I made a little list of these so I would be a little bit organized when I went over these things. All right, so here's the thing: we have hype, crypto hype. All right. That in itself, and the push from 2020, end of 2020 into 2021, that crypto hype, everybody jumping in. It started with Doge. We had everything from Ethereum Classic blasting 800% in days. We had Doge, we had SHIB, we had SafeMoon, and these all came on the heels of AMC GME. Plus, we were in an extremely, extremely bullish market at the time. The beginning of 2021, NASDAQ was insane bullish. Go back and look at any of those charts, anything from Snowflake to Rocket Mortgage to the pot stocks. Go look at those from right after the election 2020 into the first month of 2021, and you're going to see that run was unsustainable. And back then at that time, money clearly flowed out of OTCs and it flowed into these stocks, the NASDAQ, the little higher risk stocks, this and that. Then as those profits started pulling out, you could see very clearly when you look at a chart, and I should have had these two charts up. I apologize. I'll try to pull them up as I keep speaking. I will keep up the Bitcoin chart and I will add a second chart here of, let me think of one. How about Tilray? Tilray was one that had this crazy run. You could clearly see where these higher risk stocks such as you could clearly see these NASDAQ, these tech heavy, these biotech, as the money started funneling out of those, it started funneling into crypto. So crypto had its massive bull run of last spring on the heels of the NASDAQ run. So as NASDAQ started pulling back, here's Bitcoin's daily chart. And then I'll click down here, and I think Tilray would be a good example, or any tech company. Let me think. Yeah, I'll do Tilray. So you could see opposite on these charts back then. Oh, no, not. There we go. All right. So we have our daily on here. Here we go. All right. So you can see if you look at these charts. Okay, let me put it so the spacing on the months are correct. Go back to, and this one actually needs to be stretched, but I'll keep talking as I'm pulling this up. So we could see where, as the market was selling off, this tech was selling off, crypto was starting to push. So that's where we ended up. And you could see here's a really good example. Here's our peak. Okay. Here's 2021. Here's March. Here's March here. So I'm sharing it on YouTube. I'm not in the live stream. Sorry. I'll pull it up right now. Here you guys go. Here you guys go. You're correct. There we go. You should be able to see it now. So as you could see here, as these started selling off in the market is when we started having our bull run on crypto. Complete opposite. Downtrend here, uptrend here. So there was a really clear path of where the money was flowing. We had this money flow into crypto, out of the speculative tech stocks, out of the pot stocks, out of the biotechs, all these that had that insane hot 2021. Plus, we had our stimulus money. Just people are throwing money in, and stimulus money correlated perfectly with the bull run. All right. The people who learned enough to know to sell were like, what's next? Crypto was next. So that's what happened. And that's at the beginning of 2021. We have our pullback last summer. And you could see, opposite even here, as we started having our pullback last summer in this area here, right here was our summer sell-off. You could see we actually had a little bit of a bull run back in the market. So for a while there, when the economy wasn't as bad off as it was now, it traded opposite. It made sense. But now, two things. We had an unsustainable regular market, meaning our S&P 500 all-time highs, all these biotechs all-time highs. If I pull up this Bitcoin chart if I pull up the SPY on this bottom chart here, it clearly shows you what it just simply was not sustainable. So everything became attached to each other. Everything became bearish. That's what we had in 22. So this SPY chart here, it makes sense we will pull back. We could see this is a trend coming back to 2015. This trend technically goes back to 2008. So we could see it made sense to pull back. It made sense. Okay, this is what's supposed to happen. Even crypto. All right. But here's the difference. Here's the difference. And this is what I'm going to say. And I'll get to the specifics of Voyager and Coinbase and crypto.com, what's going on right now, what I see in the future. But the difference is in the crypto market, when we were at these tops, there was way too many crypto-based loans, where your leverage is your crypto. Okay. So when we have a crypto market that's peaking over 4 trillion, and then we're testing under a trillion. So our entire crypto market is somewhere around only the top stock of the S&P. One stock is the whole crypto market with way too many crypto backed loans. It ran way too hot, and way too many exchanges started popping up without any sort of government government control, not even government control, just having some sort of regulation. So it's a perfect storm because we haven't been here before. The crypto exchanges haven't been here before. The institutional money has, and everything's manipulation, but you could literally see this daily chart, the opposite here, the uptrend, downtrend. It's pretty wild how that had happened. So anyway, back to where we're at today. I think all these played a scenario into where we're at today. It's a combination. All right. So then we have Voyager, of course, which, one second, guys, I want to pull up my notes for this, and we will keep going here. So we had Voyager, and we all know what happened with Voyager. Voyager shut down trading. You cannot withdraw, you cannot add, you cannot take out, you cannot do anything. Voyager is pretty much 86 right now, and everybody says, now what? And and this is where I'm gonna get a little bit of a spiel, because if you are part of our Discord, and we talk about you don't own your crypto if you don't have your keys. Yes, that's correct. But here's one of the points to that, guys. All right, because I know a lot of people like, I should have known. I wish I would have taken my money out. All these type of things. Okay, and while that is absolutely understandable, first let me break down what had happened with Voyager. So what happened with Voyager is there's a double-edged sword here. Voyager had taken out a loan from FTX exchange for like, I think it was 650 billion, something like that. In opposite of that, Three Arrows Capital, 3AC, has a $350 million loan with Voyager, which they forfeited on. That creates this series of events where Voyager has to freeze this trading to ensure the sanctity and to ensure the protection of us as customers, that it doesn't crash the whole, it just doesn't crash Voyager. So in that part, I understand why they did it, and they are taking the proper steps to get the money they need to remain solvent. Okay, that part I can understand. However, a lot of these exchanges, and I'm gonna name my big three. These are the three I'm not concerned about, and those three would be Kraken, Binance, and FTX. Those are the big three. Okay, the only three I'm not overly concerned about, to an extent. So, we've got a serious global situation. We've got other companies giving pretty much middle finger to the US, and like Voyager's a US based company, this and that. FTX gives them a loan. Even, the founder of FTX even said half these smaller exchanges are not fiscally solvent. They're not sustainable. They're not. I'm even worried about Coinbase, guys, because here's the thing. Coinbase went way too heavy into ETH 2.0. And what I mean by that, hold on one second. Let me get my notes out. Sorry, guys. I have all sorts of notes. I don't want to forget anything because there's so much to it. So, but in general, in the staking of ETH 2.0 and being involved in the rollout of that, Voyager went kind of all in on that. They're very, very heavy there. And what that means is, if that gets delayed, if these type of things happen, even Coinbase can be screwed. We've got Robinhood trading under $10 a share. FTX rumors that they're going to absorb Robinhood. FTX could very well end up absorbing Voyager as well. And now 2 hours ago, Coinbase or crypto.com, maximum of 5 transactions a day. This is a house of cards, and it is not, it's part the exchanges, but it's part the levels we are sitting at on crypto. 2 weeks ago, Solana came $3 a share from a margin call liquidation with their pegged Bitcoin, where literally Solana might have crashed. You could look up the news stories on all the major news sites. I don't say it in a articulate way. I'm not saying it very technically, but that's literally what had happened. So for me, it's what's next, Amy? What's next? I know that's what I'm saying too. We're going to get our money out of Voyager. They will unlock. We will get our money out of Voyager. These exchanges are so based on this leverage. They're like all leverage trading each other. And what that means is there's so much crypto-backed loans going on. Bitcoin backs Solana. Solana backs USDT. USDT's backing this, and so on and so on and so on. So it's a house of cards all set up on unsustainable loans. It reminds me of the 2008 housing crisis in this fashion, or the internet bubble, for a couple reasons. And the first reason would be, where's the money going to come from for all these crypto-backed loans if crypto doesn't go up? I mean, it's literally, you're watching 3/4 of the crypto market evaporate over the last 6 months. And that could be quite problematic. So for me, we need to see Bitcoin stay above that low from the 19th. That's what I'm looking at. This is it right here. If we lose that, we're testing 10K. We're losing more exchanges. We're seeing these things happen. That's just the house of cards that's built right now. Unfortunately, we can trade down. We can trade short. Those type of things. But I mean, overall, and I know it's kind of a grim outlook. I love crypto. You guys know that. I'm going to continue trading crypto. Crypto's not over. Crypto is just beginning. But crypto is in a very precarious state right now and needs a foundational. There is cracks in the foundation of the entire system, and they need to be fixed. They need to be, and sometimes you've got to crack it open and see that light to fix it. Many of the major crypto analysts I follow said that USDT is on the verge of depegging. If we lose this low on Bitcoin, that USDT will depeg. That's big, guys. That's really big. So what does that mean for us as investors? It means small pieces. It means playing the day trades, playing those overnight swings, keeping yourself cash heavy. And another thing, when it comes to hard wallets and this and that, a lot of talk's been talked in the chats and the Discord, this and that. It doesn't make sense financially if you are holding $500 of crypto or $200 of crypto or $1,000 with a crypto, and you want to have adequate portfolio owning a few different cryptos, you need to pay the fees to transfer that. Plus you need to buy the hard wallet, plus this, that, the other. If you're a bigger crypto player with $10,000 in crypto, $5,000 in crypto, all those things, of course, the diversity is the key. I was team Voyager, Joe's team crypto.com. Jacko might like Coinbase. Like, we all have our reasons for liking what we liked. I loved Voyager because of the amazing, amazing staking rates it had. I liked staking my DOT. I liked staking my USDT there, getting double digits on both. Hell yes. We should have seen, the one thing I will say, I should have seen this coming when Voyager doubled the sign up for that $50 instead of $25, and instead of getting $25 worth of free Bitcoin, you were getting $50 worth of VGX. They were diluting their VGX to raise money and get people in. And I should have seen it coming then. And I did see it coming a little bit with the news the other day, but not a total shutdown of one of the bigger exchanges, US based. Anyone, and you could look anywhere, anyone that says they knew the exchange was being shut down either is definitely yeah, exactly. FTX gave Voyager a huge loan. FTX might end up owning Voyager and Robinhood at the end of this. I mean, that is where I feel it could go. At BlockFi, I have a list. All right, this is my list I put together. This is the exchanges I feel are the most at risk right now. Okay. And this is the list I have based on different things. This was a list I came across with very good due diligence behind it. We've got Celsius, 3AC, which already forfeited their loan with Voyager, BlockFi, Genesis, Nexo, BitMet, Finblocks, Maple Finance, and VGX. And sorry, CoinFlex. Those are the ones that are the closest to that teetering point. And Crypto.com now. They're limiting 5 trades. They already pulled back on their rewards a couple months ago. I mean, and it's even less. It's even less than 5 transactions if you don't have the Obsidian card. So, even like we have our crypto connoisseurs, our experts, we didn't see this. Maybe in the last month, we're like, it could get bad, but not this, guys. I mean, I don't know. I hope all this makes sense. If anyone has any questions, feel free to unmute and ask. I just want to kind of get through all that first. And that's what, overall, what I'm looking at when it comes to the future. Crypto is not going anywhere. Crypto needs a little bit of regulation. You cannot overloan crypto in a peak bull market on the verge of an overall financial crisis. So, but in another aspect, you have to also understand that in the market, most companies lose money quarter to quarter. But they walk that fine line of their income beating their outflow, even if it's a negative overall P&L. Most companies on the NASDAQ in the stock market don't make a cent for decades, for years, for this, that. They're not financially solid. Whereas crypto has to have a lot of the same financial expenditures, has a lot of the same board CEOs, especially the exchanges, and they're still not financially solvent. Then rip away 80% of their income, 80% of their cash flow. I mean, so I hope all that makes sense. I'm glad a couple of you guys jumped in here to check it out. I am going to end this in about 5 minutes because Taylor has live trading over at Titan this evening, and we have game night over in Penny Boys in an hour as well. And I'm trying to think what other points I wanted to hit on. Feel free if anyone has questions or you just want to chat, whatever, your thoughts on it. It's not an official stream, like you can't talk. So if anyone has any thoughts, let me know. So I came across today, I thought was pretty interesting. 95% of SHIB's trading volume on Coinbase has been buying. So there's heavy orders coming in on SHIB. So when I talk about in and out, really quick trades, SHIB could be one. Of course, we know it's a shit coin. You're in and out when you buy SHIB, but it could be one that pops in the next couple days. So watch that. And equities are crashing too. This isn't just happening in the crypto market. And FTX, that's where my thoughts get a little confused. He's handing out money. Robinhood, he owns like 8% of Robinhood, 8.7%, something like that. Hundreds of millions of dollars to Voyager. How much cash flow can they really have? What do their balance sheets really look like? I mean, you can only give out so many bad loans before it affects you. That's one of my major thoughts too. You have a question? Go ahead.
Anyway, so when you mentioned USDT possibly pegging return to a certain level, what does that mean as far as being able to get on the just the crypto market in general? So even if I have my stuff on, like, I plan to hold long term, but if I decide I don't want to do it, there's nothing to transfer to.
You've got your hard wallets. I mean, of course, your MetaMask, your hard wallets. But with getting exchange, if you're free of the exchange, that's one thing. And it's going to sound so crazy when I say this, but even buying some up on like Webull, like a stock Robinhood, a stock-based exchange, you're a little bit safer. I think Coinbase is fine. I think crypto.com ultimately is fine. I do think these measures are in place to try to prevent it, but this is the thing, all it takes is one whale, a couple whales, a very calculated strike, and we could see another coin come down. I don't think we'll see the market come down. We need USDT to remain stable. So for me, cash heavy and into like MetaMask and and then cold wallets. I mean, really, and Binance. Binance is safe. FTX is safe. Transferring into there, I feel like is probably the safest when it comes to exchanges. The three I named: FTX, Binance, Kraken. Those three, because they're the biggest world exchanges, are definitely the big three for me. Coinbase, I'm a little less worried about Coinbase, but they're all just even OKX has a pretty good solid bottom line. I was looking at some stuff today. This is going to shake out all those little exchanges, though. All those little, you're not quite sure if you've heard of that one, those type of things. So you spend all your soul on NFTs. There you go. If soul crashes, the NFTs crash, though, too. I've heard both with Gemini. What I read about Gemini, let me see if I wrote it down specifically. All right, Gemini. What did I write about Gemini when I was doing my sold or hedged all liquid collateral on hand, losses netted against balance sheet on June 17th. So they have had to to make some sales, this and that. I think it's smart. FTX, I think that's great. Cashing out Solana at $100. I've lost some money, guys, in the last few months. You guys know I was heavy crypto. I'm able to short. So I kind of am able to hedge when you short something down, just to equal out your long, and you might break even on the other side of it. Those type of things has made me okay. But it hurts. I've got money in Voyager. We just started the small account challenge, and everybody I told to join Voyager because it was $50 in free VGX to join. And that was kind of a red flag. Hindsight's easy. It's 2020. Like, okay, they're literally diluting VGX to get people in their own native token. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Day trading. And even in the market, it's the same thing. It's not like crypto. Crypto is exponentially worse off than the market right now because we don't have a historical guideline. We don't have a history to base this off of with crypto. We don't see, yes, when a stock goes bankrupt, you can lose your ass on the stock, but it's not a big stock. It's not a blue chip. When that happened with Luna, that really showed the cracks. And now you start to see other things slip through. And it does seem coordinated. Absolutely. I'm catching up with the comments here. It seems very coordinated. This does seem like there is bigger things at play here. And I would agree with that 100%. Yeah, that soul was in danger. Just one whale buy. But they were able to stop it. It was like if they lost like $3, they would have been hurt there. But I'm going to wrap this up because Taylor's got her live stream starting over in Titan right now. It is free. All you got to do is join Titan. I'll pop the link up for you guys right here. And invite people. Copy. All right. Here's the link for Titan if you want to go check it out because it is in the free section where she will be trading. I'm going to end this stream. And thank you guys all for jumping on. Again, if you have any questions, just ask. I'm here. Oh, KuCoin. You're right. Before I end KuCoin, there is rumors that KuCoin is going to shut down the same way as Voyager, but it's all just on I haven't seen anything to validate that. That's all just stuff you're seeing on Twitter, this and that. There's no fact behind that. That's just rumors. I'm so sorry. I forgot to mention KuCoin. Nothing. I haven't seen anything yet. So thanks, guys.